Hi, I'm May, the project coordinator for Youth for Global Goals here at ADB. And joining me today is Michelle Tapia, and she's the advisor for digital education with Globe Telecommunications. So I guess to start off the conversation, thank you firstly for joining us on the Prosperity panel.
My pleasure.
It was really nice hearing the insights from you. Just like to start off the day by asking you, what are some of your key takeaways from sitting on the panel today with us?
Yeah, after listening to all the speaker and then all the other panelists, I think what's important about prosperity is to understand it not just from the financial perspective, but from your talent and strength perspective, which leads to prosperity. And looking at a business or a mission or work from different the triple bottom line, not just prosperity, but looking at abundance in the environment and social interaction and social development as well.
I think one of the key things that really excited me and stuck with me from the panel was the fact that we really don't really know what jobs there are going to be,
right,
or what the titles are going to be called in 15 years.
Right.
So, and obviously digitalization being the main cause of it. I think my next question to you is, then what do you think is the role of telecommunications in this progress of our world towards the SDGs and contributing to that?
Well, Globe decided to get into education because it's very critical to the development of our country and to transitioning to a more digital world and digital lifestyle. The role of telecom is really to provide access, internet access to everyone. One of our projects is to make sure that we don't forget the schools. Okay, we provide connectivity to all the financial districts, commercial establishments, but we want to make sure that schools, students, and teachers have access to the internet so that they have, your library now becomes the whole world when you have the internet, so you have access to information. But we don't stop with access to telecom. We want to provide the technologies, the educational technologies, to make quality education more accessible to everyone. So quality education for all, right? It's one of the Sustainable Development Goals. So technology gives us that opportunity to reach out to more people, to more students. So as long as there's internet connection, and hopefully we'll be successful in providing that in the next 5 years, we'll be able to deliver like a lecture or a project. You can interact with people from students from other countries. Then you get perspectives, global perspectives. You can reach the students in the rural areas in the Philippines, for example, or the islands. Some of our students need to ride a boat for 1 or 2 hours just to go to school. And we don't need them to do that. We need them to have a lot of time or enough time to study and develop themselves so we can have more productive citizens of the Philippines. And each country would need this, actually.
That's great to hear. So I guess you developed some of your plans of Globe to us. Is there anything else anything that Globe is doing specifically to contribute towards the SDGs?
Yeah, one of the concerns of industry is the matching of skills and competencies of students with the requirements of the industry, of different companies. So technology is changing our world so much, and the workplace is changing, jobs are changing, and that means the skills needed are changing. And I'm not too sure if the education sector is coping with that very dynamic environment. So one of the things we want to do is to be able to match the educational background of students, the skills and knowledge of students, to what the industry needs. And that's an ambitious project, and it will involve a lot of stakeholders, private sector, government, international organizations like ADB, nonprofit. We need to work together because it's an ambitious project, and we're like transitioning the whole country to the 21st century.
Agreed, yeah.
Right? So the role of Globe there is, one of the things that we want to do is to partner with organizations like ADB, with nonprofit organizations, to make sure that we deliver quality education to everyone.
That's really good to hear. No, I totally agree that, it's not just one sector's role.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to hear that, Globe is also taking that initiative in making this bridge happen. So I guess I'd like to end off the interview with on a lighter note by asking you this question. So if you have the chance to talk to a teenager who is deciding what to do in life at this moment, what kind of advice would you give them?
I'll tell the teenager to know himself or herself, know her strengths. Okay, you start with from the position of power, and that's leveraging on your own talents and gifts and strengths. So you utilize that, and then think, how can I use my talent, my gifts, to solve some of the problems in the world or in the country that I want to solve? So if you're passionate about making a difference in a particular sector in society or country or the world, start with your strengths. How can you apply that to solving that problem? And that will lead you to a place, your sweet spot. You'll be happy about it, and hopefully the world will pay for it so that you get a bit more prosperous in the process.
Great. Thank you so much for the insight.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, same. So I guess today we discussed a lot about this cross-sector collaboration towards achieving prosperity on our SDGs, and I think Michelle shared a lot of her insights on each sector taking their own initiative and really asking ourselves what our strengths are in contributing towards these SDGs. So thank you